Peace, ladies. Welcome back to the Wholeness channel. I'm Ruby if you don't know me already. On this channel, we are building a sisterhood and a support network online for women and girls who may be struggling with issues like body image issues, confidence, self-esteem, etc. And also, I talk about femininity and just balance, wholeness, and being comfortable in your own skin, and just an overall more peaceful and stress-free life. So if that sounds good to you, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification so you know when I post. All right, enough of that. You know what to do, so let's get right into the video. Okay, ladies, so I'm gonna get a little more real on this video because of the importance of these widely accepted concepts or ideas in our society today. So I'm going to talk about a few things that, and this can sound intense, but that are actually destroying women and girls. And it starts at a very young age, and we are conditioned from a young girl, which we all know that's when we start to develop who we are and the ideas that we are presented with. We may or may not keep those for the rest of our lives and have that ingrained in our subconscious and have that reflect in our actions and our choices and decisions in life. So it's very important that we are conscious of these tactics that are being used on us to actually destroy us. So let me get right into it, okay? So these lies are taking us away from our nature. So I kind of want to put it in a more simple term, and I want to have us focus on maybe becoming a natural woman or coming back to our nature as a woman. And there's just so much confusion and lies out there today in these times that this is something that's very important to talk about before we destroy an entire generation of people. Because if you destroy women, you destroy everything else, everybody else, right? We give birth, we are the teachers, the caretakers, the nurturers. So if we're not good with ourselves, it's going to definitely affect the rest of society and families and everybody. So this is why it's so important. So the number one idea is that's going around is that women are the same as men and maybe we just have a different body. Okay, this is false. I want to destroy this idea because we are created differently from men. Our biology is a sign of that. So our biology is one aspect that makes us different from men, and it also has to do with the way we are wired naturally as human beings. We definitely have differences, and that's just the truth. So if you don't agree with that, then that's okay. You don't have to agree with it, but this is my point of view and this is my belief. And I truly believe that God is the one who assigns us a role and assigns us a body and a soul, right? So it's really simple. We men and women have differences, so we balance each other. And so there's harmony and peace within the natural order of life. So there's such a beautiful, beautiful reason that we exist as women, and we really should value that and cherish it and embrace that. So an example would be us women getting jealous of each other. We are not made to be jealous. That is for men. Jealousy is for men, and there's a good reason for that. It helps them to protect us women and to keep the structure of the family alive. So some type of jealousy for men could be a good thing as long as it's not taken out of context or if it's not too intense, right? But there is a reason for jealousy, and it is not for us women to be jealous of each other or of anybody else. So yeah, you can just throw jealousy out the door, and I know that's easier said than done, but we can do this together if we talk about this and we become conscious and we are just growing every day, becoming better and better. So Jealousy, keep it in mind, is not made for you, is not made for me. So we can just completely trash jealousy. Another thing is, an example would be like a woman chasing men or trying to get a man, right? You probably heard this saying, we don't chase, we attract. So women are magnetic. I mean, men and women are magnetic, but we are the ones who attract a male or man. And that is also not our position or our responsibility to go after a man. If a man wants us, he's going to do what he can to pursue us, right? I just want to leave you with this on that little piece. We are not a mistake. We are not a mistake. We are designed intentionally and with purpose. So just remember that it's okay to be natural and to embrace your femininity or just embracing being a woman. So this brings me to the second point, which is kind of goes with the jealousy aspect. Another lie we've been conditioned to believe is that it is our responsibility or our job to compete with other women. Another thing you can leave for the men. Competition and jealousy and all of that stuff is for men. Okay, so we can completely leave that alone and focus on the more feminine aspects in life. So we do not have to compare ourselves. We don't have to compete with others. We don't have to chase men. That is all on a man. That's a man's job, and we could just focus on being a natural woman. Okay, another huge lie we've been told is it's just a body. We are just a body. Now there's a couple different aspects because there's so much conversation and just so much content about women's bodies, and as you know, it's just so saturated. But my opinion on this matter is our bodies are not just a body. We are sacred. Our body is sacred, and we should treat it valuable and special, and like not just anybody can benefit from us. Not just anybody can benefit from looking at us. Not just anybody can benefit from our energy, our time, or our feminine energy, because this is so powerful and it's so special and important to us that we shouldn't just treat ourselves like we are ordinary, like we're just a body, like we're just, our body is more than just a body, because that justifies so many things that go on in our society that is actually hurting us women. It justifies it when we have that mentality of, oh, it's fine, it's just my body, like it's just a body. That can lead to people benefiting from viewing us, number one. And then if you go deeper into that, this can cause us ladies to sleep with other people other than our one husband, right? Other than our husband. And that is so damaging to our spirit, our soul, and our bodies, and our emotions, and our mind, and everything. And we may not even realize it, right? But that's why it's so important to talk about it before it's too late, because this is damaging us. And the whole culture of, letting anybody, without getting too descriptive, letting anybody just in your space, in your life, and actually in your body as well. So you got to be very careful with these lies, because they are damaging when we take those on as truth and we act accordingly. Our body's not just a body. We should treat it like a special gift, and like it's our temple, and like we should be nourishing our bodies, taking care of our health, and maintaining ourselves, and protecting ourselves, and not just giving our value away to strangers and away to people who don't even know us or deserve us. This casual dating, casual sex and everything, and this casual just showing our bodies to everybody, it justifies things like prostitution, and it normalizes nudity, and it normalizes public sexuality. And in my opinion, I don't think we should be displaying that for society. So I've been wanting to bring up this point because it's so interesting to me and it's like a forgotten little piece of history. When I remember growing up, I used to hear kind of like jokes or something about women who showed their ankles and how men would go crazy over us just by showing our ankle. But now that pretty much pornography is in the mainstream media and just everywhere, our bodies are becoming less valuable to even men or to women, to everybody. And it's making us seem to be less special than we really are. So I just think back when people were talking about, oh, men used to like go crazy over a woman's ankle, but now even women think that they are disposable because they're not treating themselves with respect or valuing themselves enough or consciously protecting themselves from that type of damage. And it used to be that men had to work, men had to do things for us women to be able to view us and to be able to benefit from us, from our energy, from our beauty and everything. It used to be that they had to provide for us, they had to protect us, they had to pursue us, they had to um, work to be with us. But now we are giving ourselves up so easily that men are not motivated. They're just like, oh, I get her for free. I don't have to pay her bills. I don't have to do anything for her because she's going to give me everything that I need from her. So, and that means I could just move on to the next one. And when that happens to a woman, it's usually like that man will end up marrying her because he didn't really, they need a challenge, right? They need to feel like they won us, they won us over and like they pursued us and they got us, right? So when you give yourself so easily, in their mind it's kind of like a lack of, they perceive it to be like a lack of value or like that you value yourself. So then they'll probably end up marrying another lady who actually has, you know, who's saving herself for her special someone, right? And I know this can be triggering to people because it's so normalized. Maybe you've been in this situation, or maybe you've made some, I don't know, mistakes if you think it's a mistake, which, you know, it's never too late to grow and to get better. So don't worry, you know, too much because we're all influenced by this society, unfortunately. So this is why I'm talking about it. I know it's a tough subject, but it's so important, so I have to talk about it. Anyways, the next one, speaking of men, um, this lie we've been told since our childhood about Prince Charming and these romantic men that are supposed to sweep us off our feet. It's not reality, you know? A true man, he's not really going to have time for romance as much, you know? Maybe once in a while you go on a date or something. But for the most part, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, if he's protecting you, providing for you, and he's being a man true to his nature, because he has his own nature and we have our own nature, right? If he's being a man in his own nature, a masculine man, his purpose isn't to be romantic with us, okay? That's not his sole purpose. So when we are caught up in this idea that our life has to be so romantic and we have to, you know, just go, it just kind of takes us into a fantasy land, and that's how it messes with our mind because we end up passing up good men sometimes, you know. Sometimes we end up passing up good men because they don't check all the boxes that we have on our long lists that we make. Why do us ladies do that, by the way? Because in reality, okay, ladies, I know you don't want to hear this, but in reality, what does our list look like? Do we have boxes we can check that they can check off for us? Because I mean, we'll be putting these long lists of things we want in a man, and if he doesn't check one or two of them, he's not the one. And I'm just saying, like, that can get old really quick. You'll probably end up passing up some good, decent men in your life who you could have, you know, had a family with and been fulfilled with, but instead, you passed them up and you passed up another one, you passed up another one. So it becomes a point where you're just being too picky and you probably won't find your mate until maybe even later on, or some people don't even find a mate. So I'm just saying, think about it. Um, don't bring your fantasies into reality. That's my point. Because this is a lie that we've been conditioned, that there's Prince Charmings and all that. He's not real. No man is perfect. No woman is perfect. We're just people doing the best we can. Okay? So, my last point, and this is a very important point, is the lie is that women have to be glamorous and beautiful to be feminine. And that is such a big lie because femininity goes beyond, it is skin deep, it goes beyond our appearance, and it really is our true nature. So there's no way we couldn't be feminine. Even when we try to be masculine, there's certain feminine things that are still going to come out because we can't control it. It's our nature, it's how we were created, and it's better to just embrace that because that's where you'll find your power and your strength and your calm and your peace of mind when you just embrace who you truly are. There's this idea that femininity is equivalent to glamour, and if you don't look like this, if you don't act like this, if you're not so all these, I don't know, just beautiful and all these ideas people have about women that it means they're not feminine. And then people get confused. No, 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 no. Femininity is skin deep. It has less to do with our appearance. Our appearance is like our outward expression of our um, inward energy, right? So it's not completely necessary to be glamorous and to love girly girl things in order to be a feminine woman. It is not equivalent. So I just want to bring up that point because it kind of confuses people. Well, and it makes some people feel like they're left out, or they're not good enough, or So I just want to bring that up. Just be aware of that. Anyways, I know that was a lot, a lot of unpacking. I did warn you it's gonna get a little real in this video, so please just bear with me. I hope this is helpful to you or brought up something that maybe you didn't even think of or different perspective. I do not mean to judge anybody based off of these points. I'm just bringing up what I'm observing in society and how I think it can be harmful to us girls and women. So I'm not here to say that I'm perfect. I'm not here to judge anybody. I've had done mistakes in my life as well. So I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody because I believe these things. I'm just trying to look out for us. So please consider what I'm saying, and please know that I'm coming from a genuine and humble space in my heart, talking to you. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about these topics at the moment. Maybe we'll have an ongoing conversation about this, but please let me know if you want to hear more on which topic you want me to go into more. I will see you in the next one very shortly. If this is your first time here, make sure to go watch the other videos because there's a lot of good stuff in there too. All right, peace, ladies. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.